thought that we would go ahead and do a quick jump in to real time.
We're gonna do it as a recap, a quick catch up to go from when we were leaving Wyoming going south into Colorado and picking up the actual trailer. So we decided while we're down in Colorado, we would stop by Kelly's mom's place and take the boys out for some summer fun at Copper Mountain.
Well, we had a wedding that we were going to be going to at the end of the month. So, and that was in southern Colorado. So we already knew that we were going to be going from bottom of Wyoming to southern Colorado anyway. So mom's place is kind of, sort of along the way, a little bit different direction that add a little bit more time. But we went ahead and stopped there.
While we were at Kelly's mom's place at Copper Mountain, we decided to take on some of the fun summer activities that they have there at Copper Mountain. And here's a quick highlight reel for you guys. Johnny, was that fun? I mean, it's a water ride, so you're gonna get wet. We went through the fountain a couple times.
What do you think, Jack? Did you have fun?
Yes, I can't.
It was when we were at my mom's in Copper Mountain that we learned that the expedition was going to be missing another one of their deadlines.
That they set.
We
didn't set any of these deadlines. They set these deadlines. They called them hard deadlines. Guaranteed trailer being built. Guaranteed all these things. Little did we know until later on that the trailer wasn't even actually built yet. There was no frame. There was nothing.
Yeah.
They just were lying to us. So
what we were told was that we were waiting on just 2 parts to show up, and that the trailer was basically ready to go. It was a month later before we realized that they hadn't even put our frame in their shop to start putting any of the parts on, let alone the 2 that they supposedly were missing.
But they kept telling us, yeah, it'll be next month, and they didn't even start on it. So
the frustrating part for us was that there was so little communication. They would say, okay, well, this is our deadline. And the first one, we were like, okay, well, sure, they'll make it. So we made our way up to Utah, like you saw, or not Utah, up to Wyoming, like you saw. We were hanging out in southern Wyoming waiting. And that was when we found out that they were going to miss the first deadline.
2 days after. Two days after the deadline, no phone calls, we get an email
saying it's going to be another 30 days.
It's going to be another 30 days. After we're already there 2 days later and we can't get a hold of them, we get an email.
So we're down in Colorado. We're waiting on the next this was actually the second deadline. We've already missed 2 deadlines by this point. And they said, oh, that's no problem. We will reach that easy. And that was when they told us the 2 earlier deadlines that there was going to be no problem getting those. Our plan was to go to Flagstaff, Arizona to do the Expo
Overland Expo West.
Yeah, with our new trailer. Unfortunately, we were in Colorado. They told us that wasn't going to happen. They told us that it would be ready for Overland Expo East,
which is in Virginia.
So we went ahead and said, okay, that's fine.
So we started making the trek from Colorado to Virginia. That way it wasn't rushed. We go to meet people like you, other families that are our size. I can't tell you how many times people come up to us because we're a family of 6 and say, how do you guys do this? You know, how do you do this? And that's why we go to the shows, is there's so many families that want to do this, but they don't realize that they can, that there's actually options. There's not a lot of options, but there are options.
It's doable. So we are in Virginia in the George Washington National Park. We are here because we are going to the Overland Expo East in Virginia, and we're gonna camp here for the next week because we got here a little bit early. We got a tree across the road. So that one was not all the way on the ground, but we have seen a few that look like they've been recently cut away. So having a saw on hand is always a good tool. So right now we are trying to level up the car. Go ahead. Too far. You're over them. So, but yeah, so we use the Camco yellow blocks to level up the car. But this is a pretty nice little camping spot. We got a closed road over here, and across the way there's another closed road back behind me, and then right on the other side of the car we have a trail as well. And we're in this nice little cul-de-sac right at the end.
End of the road. Right
at the end of the road. So
Expo East. We're actually going to be camping on site at this one. We've got to meet up with some business partners, hopefully make some new business partners.
Like to find some families that do this too.
Yeah, find some full-time families that do this, or even some people that do this part-time families. So cooking with us is a family sport, I guess you could say, or a big team effort. The boys love cooking and learning how to cook and learning how to cook new things. So much so that we've had to come up with a plan to control the chaos. We have given them all their own day. So Jeffrey's day is Monday, Jonathan's day is Tuesday, Jackson's day is Wednesday, Joshua's day is Thursday. And on their day, they get to help cook every single meal. They also get to help choose what meals they're going to make. So they're learning all the time. So we love it. They love it. We also have given them the opportunity, as they see it and as they say, to do the dishes. So they ask to be the washer, or to be the rinser, or to be the one that puts it in the drying rack, or the one that dries it and puts it away. So just another way we use their day to make sure that they get to do what they want to do. So for now, we're going to keep enjoying them asking to do things like that, just like they asked to do school. We love that they asked to do school, so we give them that opportunity as often as they ask. Keep it fun, keep it interesting. As long as they keep asking to do it, it's not a big deal for us to remember, because they're always asking to do it. Learning responsibility as they grow, taking the cue from them when they're ready. Let them run with it. Never too young to start.
So we are at Overland Expo East, or as we were heading there, we were informed that there was no way they were going to be able to bring the trailer to us at Expo East, and that we did in fact have to go all the way back to Utah to pick up our trailer. So we're thankful we went to the expo. We're glad that we got to go. It was a lot of fun, and it was great to see some family while we were there. But we then started to make what we thought was going to be a slow drive, or at least somewhat slow drive. We were planning on doing 4 to 5 hour day drives back to Utah to make it back in a week.
And well, that changed. As we were leaving the expo, we got a phone call from the shop foreman at Expedition Trailers saying we needed to come into the shop tomorrow to help them do the electrical wiring because the walls aren't in, the roof's not on, and they're not moving forward until this electrical is figured out. And that's really frustrating because at least 3 to 4 times I went in the shop with the owner and the foreman, and we clearly stated and spec'd out where every single piece of wiring is supposed to be, what every single thing is supposed to be. All this was written down. I made sure that I was very clear before we left the shop every single time. And now here we are again, them telling me not only is the trailer not done, but they haven't even done the electrical, which means there's no walls on the inside. There's no electrical appliances. There's no outlets. There's no nothing, which means they also haven't even put the roof on our trailer yet. So we decided. It
was shocking.
So yeah, we decided to beeline it out to Salt Lake City because we've had enough.
So yeah, we ended up going back to Salt Lake. We did end up staying in a hotel because at the expo, we were informed that the trailer would be ready upon our getting back to Utah. So we set up a buyer for King Leo, which was our trailer that we've been pulling around.
So we ended up meeting the buyer, selling the trailer, and so we unloaded all of our gear into their shop.
With permission, of
yeah,
course.
Yeah. And so now all of our gear, so we can't be overlanding anymore. So with them having all of our gear and our unfinished trailer, we had to find a hotel very close by so that we could be close by for any other issues that they came up against. So
thankfully there weren't any more issues, at least none that they told us about. They rushed to complete everything, and as you'll see in the next video, you can tell that they rushed. Things were missed, unfortunately, and
serious things were missed.
We will definitely be sharing more about that.
Unacceptable things were missed that completely compromised not only the safety of our trailer, but the safety of the tow vehicle. And it was unacceptable. And you'll see that in the next video.
Yep. So that is where we are going to leave you off in this video today. Definitely want to see the next one, guys. It's it's shocking. You hear about trailers missing things when you go to pick them up, RVs having issues. Yes, I expected issues. I expected screws to be missing, just not these ones.
Yeah. So that's it for this video, guys. We'll catch you on Thursday. This is a Sunday drop, just a quick catch up because this Thursday is the video is going to drop. And yeah, we're actually also going to be starting our fireside chats, or we're basically just going to be sitting in a love seat doing chats with you guys, whether it's in front of a fire or wherever we are. We're going to start doing chats with you guys, and those are going to be over for our Trailblazers on Patreon. So if you're interested in those are going to be, very up to date, very current. It's going to talk about a lot of stuff that we're doing, a lot of stuff we're planning. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to that as well.
All right. So it is Sunday right now while we are filming. So I need to go get this footage dropped on the computer and edited real fast.
All right, guys, that's it for us. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being Trailblazers. And we'll see you in the next video.
We're on to the next adventure.